Yo,
And as Victor was saying, that bear and that donkey was getting down, and they were.
it was interesting. I tell you, I watched the whole thing. I couldn't turn my head from it.
The bear and the donkey, boy, getting down. Y'all got to
Mm.
see that video. The bear and the donkey.
I
That's
was
just
just, I was very, very, very.
disgusting.
It wasn't disgusting, Veronica. It wasn't. I was just, you know what I'm saying. I just wish I was a donkey.
Mm.
I thought you were a donkey.
I am. Hey, hey. And later in through all this, times and as the weeks goes past, I'm probably more than a donkey. Hell, from, from what I've been calling the past couple of days and weeks, shit, a donkey would be a fucking upgrade.
Don't make me spit my water out. I knew I said, let me don't put this water in my mouth.
Woo, I
Oh.
take that donkey. I take that donkey title any day of the week, man.
Jackass.
I take that one too, boo. I swear, people ain't got nothing better to do, man.
Well, on that note,
Let's go.
well, welcome to Tanky Tea of Life, baby. We are live on this Tuesday.
Why are you looking down, Veronica? Is the room spinning? Hold on, Veronica. Hold on, girl.
Actually, I'm trying to tag you good folks here.
Oh, okay.
D for T, you so wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
It's hot already.
Man, we are here. We are here. We are running a little bit behind, but we are here. And is it hot in here? I mean,
What?
It is warm. It's warm.
yeah. Welcome to Tanky Tea of Life, everybody. This is where it goes down. We talk about any and everything up in here. Any and everything we talk about here on the Tea. I am your host, Veronica. So glad to be with you guys. Now I can't even tag you guys. I don't know what. Did Facebook do another update or something?
I don't know.
Oh boy. Let me see. May have to tag y'all this way.
So I want to say this. Vic White in the building, and I always want to say this. I couldn't wait to say this. How about them Cowboys?
You know what? Really?
How about them Cowboys?
You want to start early. So we went against the defending champs and the best quarterback that's in the game today, but no excuses. It's unacceptable to not be in that game, but we have to take that loss. We take that L, and we'll see where we go. And our quarterback went down. The Cowboys would have showed some heart if they went out and got Cam or Kaepernick, but we'll see where the backup quarterback goes. I don't think he's Danny White of the old when they had the backup quarterback behind Starback and all them boys. But, we'll see what happens.
They wasn't the defending champs, just to let you know that. They won a couple of, yeah.
Oh, 2 years ago? So who won last year?
Yeah.
Who
The
won
Rams.
last year? Oh, the Rams. That's correct. They won the year before. Yep.
Oh, look at Victor. The no having team.
He know football. Victor know football.
Yeah.
He don't
But
know
he don't have a
baseball, but he
team.
know football.
But he just hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, he hates
And the
Cowboys.
Steelers.
Oh, damn.
Really?
Mm.
Hi everyone. Oh, welcome. Yeah, Victor Dammit Boy White. He then, said his piece. And Brother Fatine all the way from WBLS radio station. Welcome back, guys. I miss you all.
You
I
know,
miss you too.
I was I wanna briefly ask y'all a question.
Sure.
By far, this is not funny, but the more and more I think about it, it's funny, but it's not funny. So, did y'all hear about what happened from the dude in Mount Pleasant? Him and the girl broke up, right? And he breaks into her house. And I'm trying not to laugh. Like I said, this is not funny, but like if you honestly think about it, to me it's humorous. He broke into the woman's house. He smashed her big screen TV and he threw the urn of her dead child ashes in the damn trash can.
No way.
And the thing is, do you understand how mad I got to be to do some shit like that?
Yeah, that's
Like,
disgusting.
I can't think of somebody doing something that I would honestly take it that fucking far. And it's
Yeah.
on camera. That's the thing.
What's the backstory?
They,
Why? I mean,
well, all I know is they broke up. And they're charging him with the max of
they
first degree
should.
robbery, something about human remains, desecrating human remains, maybe.
Right. Okay.
But he threw her dead child's urn in the fucking trash can. And I was just thinking to myself, like, do you understand what has to go through that man's mind to go in her house and do that?
Mm.
Like, what did she do so bad that you had to disrespect her dead child like that? I'm like, and that's another thing, you know, when people do break up, sometimes you just need to let that shit ride, because you never know what the fucking other person is capable of. So
That's the
just,
truth.
you know, that should be an example to some. Like, just leave people alone, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, you jumped on how mad or what did she do to cause that, and I hear you, but I just don't know. That's why I asked what the backstory is, because there's some people who just get so malicious and can't deal with breakup. Could have been something he did and she's had enough, and he couldn't tolerate it. He couldn't be a man and deal with it, and then he got to go and do that. So I'm glad they're throwing the max at him at that regard, but I don't know the backstory. So y'all asked me, well, Fatine, if she did do something, was there a line that she may have crossed that caused him to do that? Damn right, maybe there was. I don't know. It could be on him and it could be on her. And somebody can do something to you that makes you do something that is that despicable. You got to realize people kill people. That's the worst. You threw dead ashes. That's symbolic. That's not the person. That's their ashes, and that was once who they were. That's their remains. They have moved on. That is their ashes. Their ashes ain't coming back to life. Their soul and spirit ain't in there. But when somebody takes somebody's life, that's where it gets crazy. But yeah, you know, we look at it and say, well, that was very insensitive. I don't know the backstory, but whatever it is, something was done to cause him to go there on her part or his part.
Yeah. Veronica?
That's mean. Like, I would never, could never do that. Like, that's somebody got to be real, have some real evil spirits. Like, their soul is evil.
You come home and catch your woman with her legs up in the air, man, I throw everybody urn in the river. So I don't give a what? That ain't evil.
You're gonna throw someone's ashes?
I will burn
the
it down.
The child had nothing to do with it. Are the ashes
that child ain't that child. That ain't the child. What I'm saying is,
but that's
you gotta realize.
I want to remember my child from.
You guys gotta realize, Veronica, when somebody does an action, you can't always say what the reaction of a person is going to be.
That's true.
You can't say that.
That's true. But have respect for my
what?
Child,
you ain't respect me.
Relative, whoever it is, have respect to not go and throw their ashes away.
When the level when the level of disrespect is at an all-time high, I got to one up you.
Gotcha.
especially if I feel like it's worth a get back. Now, we playing us sitting here with a level head. Yes, we can sit here and say maybe that he went too far. But I'm also with Fatim saying, if you know the entire backstory, I still don't condone that.
Yeah,
But I may be like, I get it.
I was pushed too far. You
I
got to
mean-
realize people walked in on their mate and killed the mate and the person and got off because of involuntary insanity, because they lost their mind for the moment. You got to realize that you can push a person. There, I hear what you can, and when you lose it like that, you can't say common sense come play when you to the point you black out.
Well,
But it sounds like
sometimes
this
you
was
have to-
premeditated. This was premeditated because he broke in our house.
right.
So
and he knew what he was
premeditated.
going to do.
Yeah.
That's totally different. He knew what he was going to do. He knew he was going to throw
Yeah.
those ashes away. Come on, he had time to think about all that. He didn't catch her in the act. He didn't, you know what I'm saying?
We don't know that.
She wasn't home.
Well, you're though they had already broken up now.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not like he caught her doing anything.
Right
She
then and
wasn't-
there.
Huh?
Right then and there, he didn't catch
Well,
it.
right then and there. So that means he had time to think about what he was going to do.
I ain't see y'all jump on Janet Jackson when she broke up all that stuff in the house on Malik Yoba. All I see is women consoling. Oh, poor Janet Jackson.
That's breaking up some stuff. It wasn't no ashes.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. What's the ashes? That's symbolic.
Now, if it was the other way around, yeah, sis, throw his dead grandmammy.
That stuff can be replaced.
Look at that. Throw his dead grandmammy in the damn trash can, sis. Date them all, sis. Screw his daddy, sis.
Right, Cheryl. Throwing someone ashes away can make you push that person somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we get that. But all we saying is that if we know the whole backstory, maybe we can say, okay, I get it. Not that we condone it, but we can be like,
Hey, Miss Doretha. Miss Doretha was showing out last night.
I'm gonna tell y'all keep messing around. I'm gonna pull up on that little seniors on them seniors little workout session. I saw some tenderonis for team.
Where?
Don't even get him started. Hey, Miss Doretha.
Think I won't pull up.
No.
Oh, Victor, and what's that young lady name that I brought up? What's her name?
Who? Something Bunny.
Hi, Laura. Hey, Marlene.
No, the lady that we had on Facebook.
Oh, you're talking about Kendi Kane.
Yeah, I want to shout her out, and the reason why I want to shout her out because she put up something the other day about men in emotions and sex, and the reason why I want to shout her out, even though me and her disagreed, it was great to have a conversation with another adult, even though we had to agree to disagree. It was good conversation. She made some points. I believe I made some points at the end of the day. But it was good to have that conversation where we didn't allow our emotion to get in there and cloud the issue. We stayed on topic. We put out our points, both sides, and our conversation was there. So I just wanted to give her a shout because it was a very good conversation. When you can have adult conversation, even if you have to disagree on it, when you can have an adult conversation on that and utilize your intellect to have a conversation, it really can make a difference.
Would y'all like to hear what the original post was?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man, see now I was hoping y'all was gonna talk a little bit, then I could find it.
Oh, we thought you had it right there.
Yeah,
I was pulling it up, but this computer's acting a little mannish right now. So
we'll wait. Tankity of Life is being brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica. Check us out Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Be a Gary Gym. Yes, we get it in. Hip Hop Fitness, it's dance cardio, we get it in. Now on Mondays, we're at the Pine Recreational Center on Jessamine Street with the seniors. I say 55 and up, but it really is a low impact workout. So anyone that wants to come out for, a low impact workout is welcome. But I'm It's my seniors fitness class, and that's every Monday, 6 p.m. until 7. So
All
you're
them
welcome.
women and they wasn't no 55 and up. I'm gonna tell you that. Nah.
You say young tenderonis.
The young tenderonis. So the post was men will stick their whole face in your ass, but be scared to open up about their feelings.
Yeah. And
That was the post.
yeah.
Wow.
And I, and I went there on my point about, that stop confusing, with men opening up and comparing it to sex. I think Victor was ahead of me and he mentioned similar. And then me and the sister got into, the back and forth of the conversation. She talked about how sex clouds our judgment. And I said, sex can cloud anyone's judgment. And I'm not going to sit there and disagree. But what clouds the judgment even more is, when we look at emotion, something in motion, and every time we have sex, we don't have to have emotion attached to that. And she mentioned about emotionless sex. That's it. That's why a lot of men do some of the things they do, and y'all women tie it to love. Like, you can't love them because you wouldn't cheat on them. And we try to tell you, sex sometimes is just like going to play basketball. It's just a sport. It's just a little exercise, and it's not always emotional attachment to it. It's just not.
Facts.
So anyway, she's not here to, it was a good conversation because she made some good points. We've been back and forth, and I agree to disagree, because you got to realize we have our perspective and women have their perspective. The problem I have is I have a problem when men are trying to put their perspective on women. But nowadays I keep hearing, women want to beat up men because we don't do things the way y'all want us to do it. And we're not that. We're not those creatures. We're not. And we're not puppets. Some of us are. Yes, men. Some men don't cheat. Some women don't cheat. And that's beautiful. But don't try to tell us who we need to be or who we are. And that's not our makeup. Because men and women are part of the human species, but we're not the same. Y'all got higher degrees of estrogen. We got higher degrees of testosterone. We're not the same. We're not the same. So stop trying to make us the same. And then y'all want to go to the Bible. Don't talk with the Bible, because then when I start proving points in the Bible, that's in the Old Testament. Okay, well, Jesus said in the New Testament, I didn't come to change the laws, but to fulfill them. And he's talking about Moses' laws. So don't give me that. Don't think you can't throw the Bible at me, because I know the Bible too. So let's don't go there. Don't get me started.
Sinners have love too.
Damn right. That's right.
That's big facts, man. Just because I put my face in your butt don't mean I want to tell you how I feel. I'm just saying, you can't confuse. Like Fatim said, there's a big difference. We could do all kind of freaking nasty shit, and I never tell you, you know what I'm saying, my pet peeves and nothing like that. That's just sex. That's when you know somebody love you, when they take it to that level.
Take you to what level? And your face in their butt?
So
take you to what level?
I saw a post one time, and this may be vulgar and it may be whatever, but this is the truth. And listen to me, ladies. A man can look you in your eyes, deep kiss you, have passionate, unprotected sex with you, finish off his whole thing, and act like he don't know you the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and y'all can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
stop confusing sex
and love.
And love. It's a big difference. But one thing I can say about me, and I've been like this for a long time, if I don't have no feelings about you or for you, I can't have sex with you. I don't like to confuse the two. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, I can't sit here and say everybody I had sex with, I was in love with them. That ain't true.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Feelings.
Okay. And I have not all that I have feelings for.
Oh, well.
Veronica?
I mean, y'all ready for this letter?
No, we ready for you to answer the question.
What was the question? I'm not going to say that I can just lay down with someone that I'm not going to say that I have feelings.
Ooh, wee. Go ahead. You didn't get muted.
No,
Oh,
I
feelings
mean,
is-
I don't even know how to explain it because I kind of effed up one time. I did.
Okay.
did.
And you human, girl.
Yeah, and you
Shit.
grown.
Damn right. Let me get
You
you
ain't no, I mean, you grown. You can make decisions. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is me personally, I have to have some form of feeling for a person. It's got to be something more than just a physical attraction.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because sometimes you can't even get motivated to get it growing. And that's bad because
Yeah, I mean, I can't sit here and lay up next to a woman and after we finish, because I don't think y'all really realize the emotional roller coaster a man goes through right after everything is done. And I'm telling you, like, there is an emotional roller coaster. So if I don't care about you right after the act is done, I'm liable to say some shit that you really don't want to hear.
Oh,
my cousin would say, he said some of them he been with, as soon as he finished, he said, I felt like just throwing him out the window.
Exactly. And it's every man may not admit it, but they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, damn right.
They know exactly what I'm talking about.
We ain't want to talk. We'll go to sleep, but we ain't want to sit there and talk. We want to go to sleep. And if you get up and want to go home, we glad to walk you to your car. And
if a man, and this is real, this is women, pay attention when I'm telling you this. After a man get his and he still want to lay up and cuddle with you, you somebody special. I'm gonna just say that. Because a lot of them won't do that.
Right.
Fucking won't. And this is shop talk that I shouldn't be saying, but it's shop talk.
Shop talk.
Look at Michael's.
But it's
sorry, Mike.
But this is real though. This is real. So sometimes women do need a playbook to say, well, my man, he's so distant or whatever. But then when y'all finish doing the do, and he'll lay up, you know what I'm saying, with the soft weenie still up in you, you know what I'm saying, and hooking up on you, that man care about you.
Mm-hmm.
That man care about you.
Wait, did you say the soft?
Oh yeah, that shit going, unless you on them honey packs.
No, do tell. That honey boy.
Oh my God, the soft weenie.
And then you got to realize that
something is wrong with you.
Mileage, you're just like a car. Mileage has a wear and tear. Life has a wear and tear on you. Health has a wear and tear on us men. And it changes your whole philosophy and outlook and what you go and do. Bernie Mac talked about it. He made it funny. He was like, yo, I'm older now. I can't do what I used to do. So, in my 3 minutes, you better get yours, because if you don't get yours, I got mine. I'm gone. And we laugh at it, but, and see, now the shoe turns, because as we get older, I notice sometimes women get stronger. While we got mileage on our back now.
Oh, yeah.
You understand?
Well, I tell you this, them honey packs will bring you back now.
Yeah,
you can deal with the headache. Them honey packs.
What is a honey pack?
They said the honey pack and Hennessy the other day. The honey pack and the Hennessy, boy. Somebody said that.
You better take your ass better take a Motrin before you take one of the motherfuckers.
Yeah, because that's going straight. That's strictly. I haven't tried it, but I looked it up the other day because that's the first time I heard of it.
I'll give you one.
All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I get them shits way right now.
It's like an ever-ready battery, in our back.
Oh.
All right.
So that means you're doing it in the mornings now?
Fuck, you can. Look like you pitching a damn tent in this motherfucker.
I told you don't want to walk out the house like that. I told you after you in the morning, you skip the work, bro.
Here you go, Vic. Michael.
You gotta wait in line, Mike.
Hey, I bought a box of 12. I tell you right now, man, y'all can get all 11 of them motherfuckers.
He's all right.
12.
All right with the quickness.
Oh man. For those of you who are just joining us, welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. As you can see, we talk about anything on this show. We have not got to the email letter yet.
But we've been
Just-
talking about soft weenie and all kinds of stuff. That's inside you.
Right. Look at Thomas. Oh, you got all the men to my sin no more.
They kind of hard to come. They kind of hard to come by. They really hard to come by.
Yeah,
But like I said, I done passed out a few at my job, and them fellas, like I tell them, please take a Motrin before you take that shit. You
Hey,
better.
you
It
just
is-
like
it is-
that? What exactly is it?
and it tells you take half and let
Oh.
it and then take the next half.
So Fakeen already did his research. Okay.
I did research on it because I didn't know anything about it.
My dumb ass took the whole thing. I would tell you that should have been in your system 4 motherfucking days.
Ready?
Oh man, I'm talking about 4 days, man. That shit was in my system for 4 motherfucking days.
That's why you called out. That's why you couldn't go to the football game. Woo!
Oh, Tim says Amazon got him on deck.
They on deck on Amazon. Yep.
I went to the little website and got them, and they ship like that, but I put it on some chicken and shit.
Chicken.
Bro, I was in the shower.
Ooh.
I hurry up there to get out that damn shower. I said, this shit.
Oh, honey pack. So it's like honey you put on.
It's honey.
It's honey.
Oh,
It's honey.
wow.
Pure honey, baby.
And it gets you ready, is what you're
Get you
saying.
ready. Sting like a bee.
You motherfucker,
Sting
you
like a
cash
bee.
ready, boy.
Sting like a bee.
I'm cool on the honey packs, man. I'm telling you, I'm cool.
4 days, Vic.
Tangy Tea of Life is being brought to you by
Honey
Honey
packs.
pack.
They need to advertise on our show.
Hey, you'll go from a AAA to a AA real quick.
More like a car battery.
Oh, man.
God, Lord, they like
Cheryl says extra honey.
I'm telling you, man, y'all, hey.
Hey, wait. Patricia, what you talking about? A goodie powder? A BC or a goodie powder? I mean, they both did different brands, but the same thing. A goodie powder get you right too, girl?
Is this for men and women or just
I don't
men?
know.
I don't know about no women, but
Women, y'all don't need that. Y'all don't need that.
all I'm saying is, if you take this shit, drink you some. Make sure you hydrated first. Make sure you fucking hydrated first, and you better take a Motrin, cause that shit gonna have your head motherfucking hurt.
And you better go ahead and pee early because once it kick
yeah.
in, you ain't got pee. Pee.
Ain't no pee.
You ain't peeing. No.
You mean to tell me I can't pee after this?
No,
Oh,
we talk about us men.
No.
We talk about us men.
It
Oh,
gonna
pee
sting
straight.
when you pee. That man gonna be hitting spots he ain't hitting a while.
He gonna say Shazam.
Hey, you gonna turn around and tell that man, you gonna say y'all quit back then.
Y'all.
You gonna think it's 2 motherfuckers back there, man.
Oh.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I'm
What?
telling you, them motherfuckers is just sitting on my counter right now. I will gladly get them shits weight. That's
Put
just
mine
too much.
on the side. Put mine on the
That's-
side.
You can't put racing fuel in the Kia. That's exactly what the fuck I did. I put racing fuel in a Kia.
Oh, you mean rocket fuel, huh? Oh gosh.
Boy, you
Oh,
ain't be
man.
around here
Look,
fucking that
Cheryl
heart
said they said it.
fluttering and shit.
Babe, you want some honey?
You hear how he said? Oh gosh.
Won't
Anyway.
know a thing
Uh,
until it's time. Okay, honey packets. We
Hey,
would
they
love
work.
for you to be a sponsor. We would love for you to be a sponsor here on the team.
Shit, that shit ain't made in America.
That's okay.
It's a different language.
we'll put it up there and then we can translate it.
They watching from other countries.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from another country and you're watching right now, hey, put it in the comments because I saw someone was on here.
The FDA was trying to I read something said the FDA was trying to ban it because the shit they put in it ain't regulated. So some people may get 5 milligrams, some people may get 10. They must have gave me motherfucking 50 cuz.
They just said I had to get out the shower.
Boy, I had to get out the shower, man. I'm telling you, I had to get out the shower. I was like, hey, come here.
Hey, come here. Right
You got to knock this motherfucker down.
I can't take it. Just knock this right down.
So when did it become the soft weenie? 4 days later?
4 days later. On the fifth day, Victor rest.
That motherfucker did not go down. It relaxed, but it ain't. Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I ain't finished that motherfucking shower. I hit them hot spots. I took a whole bath in the shower. Damn right.
Oh gosh.
All right. Well, Vic is giving out free honey packs to anyone that would like some. I see a few men already ask. He will meet you at the corner store tomorrow. What time, Vic? You meet them at the corner store.
Victor, get mine up. We fight.
I'll mail them to you. Y'all can have them motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, Victor, I mean, not to get in your business, but just from maybe conversation with other men or whatever, do they say that this worked better than Viagra, Cialis, or any of them other things out there?
So all right, so I'm gonna just be transparent right now. You know, the older men I have shit, they talk about it. So you like, well, damn, you know, whatever. So I had got a pill from one of my people one time. I took one and I was like, you know, it was, to me, it didn't really, it was a difference with the pill. I guess a prescription or whatever, that whatever milligrams he gave to me. And I was like, oh, okay. But that shit downstairs, that's sitting on that damn counter, that motherfucker down, hey, every day I go to work, that motherfucker growl.
Like Richard Pryor, he said,
Bruh,
crack was talking, call him here, come over here, hit this.
I can't get past the headache, man. I just can't. I can't. That headache was something serious.
Well, that's
man.
because you took the whole pack.
Oh, well.
You were supposed to do half.
I don't know what I was supposed to do, but it was just too much.
Yeah,
I couldn't take it.
Put those things away because if they really look like honey.
Oh, no. Them chillin' ain't gonna touch that.
Yeah. Just like I ate a whole gummy, a Delta 8, and boy, did I laugh at the Three Stooges. I couldn't stop laughing. And then it hit me at 4 p.m. By midnight, I still felt like I was in a bubble. I was like, I gotta go to work tomorrow. If this gonna wear off, it did.
Y'all got to be careful with that. Now all the ladies
Yeah,
are
I don't
like,
know.
the ladies are like, how can I get my man some of this honey?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Yo, man, on that shit, ragdoll action. Your ass, you gonna be put in positions that you ain't been put in. Cause I'm telling you.
Oh,
Have you seen an oil well, how they drill oil? That's exactly how you gonna be under that mother. I'm telling you, that motherfucker go pile drive your ass.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get my hands on some of this.
Get back to the youthful days. Ah, shit.
Well, I mean, yeah. Do you get the bubble guts? You say you got the headache. Did you get the bubble guts?
No.
Oh,
No. I didn't. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I was hot. I was having hot flashes.
Lit.
Michael's ready to go. Oh, Lord.
All right. So we're gonna jump into this letter. So wait, somebody had a question for you. Oh, Mike said that honey don't work. He probably did a little
Where Mike at? I don't see
right
Mike
here.
comment.
He said that it's on the screen.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know about no other honey, but them packs I got downstairs, I gave 3 packs to away at my job to 3 different co-workers, and one of them is in the mountains right now. And I'm telling you, he called me and said, "Hey man, can you send one up here?" FedEx. Man asked me to FedEx him one. I said, "Bro, you can't. You take one. You can't do that, bro. You can't. You can't take them shits like that, man."
Huh. What? Oh. So Laura has a question for you if you want to answer this, and then we're going to get into, do you see it?
Okay.
Do you see it?
She asked,
Oh, right here on the screen, Vic. Hey, Victor, a question. Have you ever been in a relationship where you've been hurt before?
yeah, of
Just
course I
curious.
have. Of course, yeah. That's happened. I mean, I think that she said, because it seems like you mostly talk about bad things about relationships. No, I'm not against relationships. I'm against the malarkey that comes with it. Like, I'm one of these people that, I shouldn't describe myself this much, but I like to cut through the red tape and get to the meat and potatoes of it. When you first meet somebody, it's mainly just physical. It's all, sex, kiss, hug, whatever. But it's got to be more to it, to a relationship than this, that. I mean, a relationship is about bonding. And when I said, she said about the bad things, when you bond with somebody and y'all are actually trying to set a foundation and then the shit doesn't work, it's almost like, do you really want to go through this again? So the very next relationship after that, you looking at it. Somebody, I got you. You looking at it sideways, because why would I want to put myself through this heartache and pain again with somebody else? So you go into the next situation cautiously, but it's also not fair to this next person. You got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yep, you guard your heart. Because pain, especially us men,
I'm gonna be right back. Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we don't deal with pain that well. And I'm not saying that women, I have said that I felt that women deal with pain better than men. That don't mean it is easier for women. I just think that they may deal with it better. I think we suppress pain. We suppress it because we can't control it. And when we can't control it, it's just something that we don't, enjoy that feeling at the end of the day. One of the things for us men, we always want to be in control, and we can't control it. But it's interesting. It's interesting what Victor said.
And we don't like pain either.
I don't think y'all do neither. But what happens is y'all, I just look at through the physical pain that y'all have to, especially through childbirth, it's just a lot of sacrifice that I see a lot of women deal with. And I think you build up a tolerance better than us men at the end of the day. While we suppress, y'all may embrace, but while y'all embrace the pain, I think we all may do the same thing, is that we guard our heart. And you hear women say, I'm going to be independent. I don't need a man, because they don't really want to go through that bad relationship or go through that pain, just like us men suppress that. And we feel pain and we might start jumping from here to there. But to go back to what Victor says, because a lot of times we don't say this on this show. And Victor said something that's important about the physical, that in the beginning of relations is the physical. But when you have a person in your life that you're compatible with, and it's just more than that, the sex part, but there's that real true love. That is one of the truest and realest feelings that you can have, and it's an enjoyable feeling. I'm gonna tell you, we talk about it on this show, games about cheating and this, that, and other. But when you got a good husband and a good wife, and y'all are equal keyed, what I mean equal keyed, meaning that y'all are humble and responsible, and then really enjoy one another and work at that relationship and work at things in life, it's one of the most rewarding and best feelings that you can have.
Mhm.
So
Most
just to let
definitely.
y'all know, I had to run downstairs.
Get the honey pack. There you go.
This it. This the
It's
box.
reflecting. Yeah,
This
that's
the
it.
box.
VIP. Yeah,
Wow.
that's on
It's the box, and
VIP.
that's what they look like.
very increasing penis. That's what VIP stand for.
That's the
Oh.
box.
Very increasing penis.
Y'all can get these shits.
So I'm gonna get to let's get the Jason comment right quick, and then we're gonna jump on the letter. Jason says we drink our pain away and take it out on the wrong people.
Yeah. Some that do drink. What about a person that don't drink?
Yeah, I still take it out on the wrong folks. The
Sometimes.
ones that are trying to love you the right way.
He's saying we as in humans. He's not saying we as in men.
Yeah, I'm just saying we as in humans.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
mostly you men.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go.
I'm just
But
saying.
y'all have one bad experience and y'all want to take it out on all men. Woo, okay. Hey, there she go. We process pain differently. I gave you a shout out, Sister Kay, on our conversation the other day. Thank you for that. Like I said, we had that adult conversation, and I really, even though we disagreed on some of the issues, it was good to have a like I said earlier. I don't know if you was on here, a good conversation with a adult conversation, because
Yeah,
a lot of times these conversations they regress. They digress, not regress, digress. So again, shout out to you, sis.
all right, so let's get into this letter. Yeah, I want to have the letter tonight. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah.
That's the victor. You just showed that box again.
Oh boy. How much is a box of honey?
Y'all keep on. It was more than what I wanted to spend. I can tell you that.
Okay.
But it wasn't enough that I can't lose and I get this shit weight. These shits are strong, man. But go ahead, I'm listening.
All right, so here we go. The letter for tonight. Thank you for all of you who are just joining us. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. We talk about any and everything here on the show, and yes, we do jump from topic to topic. So now we are getting into the email letter for this evening, and it says, "I'm not pretending any longer. My boyfriend and I been sharing this life together for 11 years now, and I'm so tired of pretending that I want to stay in this relationship. We have two beautiful children, but I can't fake this love for him any longer. He has done things to hurt me repeatedly, and I stay because of the girls. I have not put myself first in a long time. I feel like my life surrounds only him and the girls. I just want to be free of worries right now. I need peace. I know I have to be there for our girls, but when will I start living for me? I don't love my boyfriend anymore, and right now we are only roommates and parenting our children together. Our oldest is 9, and she's at the age where she listened at everything we say, and she watch our body language. I would hate to move out the house because I do want them to be raised with both parents in the home, but this is getting stranger by the day. The yelling and walking past one another as though we are strangers. It is sad when you put so much time and energy in a person and they give you nothing in return. I have a ton of questions and I believe I know some of the answers, but I would love to hear all the feedback. How do you tell someone you are done? How do you move on after being in a long term relationship? How do you tell your children that mommy and daddy are no longer together? Why do I feel guilty for wanting to leave the relationship? I have so many questions running around in my head and I'm stressed out, sincerely lost in emotions. Well, you asked some really great questions, and a lot of people ask themselves these questions. A lot of people, even the three here on the panel, the ones that are watching in the comments, have been through things and have been through relationships, have been through long-term relationships, and some may be going through this type of thing right now. So first of all, thank you for your letter, and we will try our best to help you out this evening, because it is a stressful thing when you're in a relationship and you're going through things such as this, and especially in the house with someone who you're supposed to love, and you're walking around like you're strangers. You're not speaking to one another, and you're living separate lives basically. Yes, you're raising the children together, but it's like you don't know one another all of a sudden. Been there, done that. So I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to that. And it does take a lot to remove your children from the home, especially coming from a home where, like myself, my parents, they've been married for what, 54, 55 years now. And it is difficult when you have a child and you want that child to grow up that same lifestyle that you was raised in, being there with both parents. It is hard. Um, but we have to come to terms with ourselves. Like, do we want to make ourselves happy, or do we want to continue living our lives making others happy? We have to we have to step up and be the person God made us to be, and that's to be here on this earth, to be happy. For us, of course, we want our children happy. But do you want your children living in a toxic environment? Do you want your children seeing the arguing and the yelling and the walking by each other like you don't know one another, the sleeping in separate rooms, one sleeping on the couch, or you in the girls' room sleeping? Like, do you really want your kids seeing that? Because you already said your 9-year-old is watching. She see that, and you don't want her to think that it's okay to live that kind of lifestyle when she get older. So I'm not telling you what to do, because we all make our own decisions when it comes to relationship. We know when it's time to go. And I say that a lot. We know when enough is enough. We have to make that decision on our own. When it's time to get out of that relationship, when it's time to get out of that marriage, we have to make that decision on our own. So you definitely going to have to make that decision. But um, when it comes to that, just think of your children. Just think, do they really want to live in a toxic home like that? Or do you prefer them to live in a home where, you're smiling and you're laughing and you're enjoying life? And I'm gonna let Victor go, because you have multiple questions down here. How do you tell someone you are done? How do you move on after being in a long-term relationship? It's not easy. It's not. How do you tell your children that mommy and daddy are no longer together? Why do I feel guilty for wanting to leave the relationship? We all get to that point where we feel guilty, having to make that tough decision to leave something that we've been in for a long time. It is tough. It is. And none of us can say that it's easy to make a decision to leave a relationship. So I'm going to get back to questions, but I know I taking a long time right now, so I'm going to turn it over to Victor, damn it, boy White, and get his opinion.
So I'm gonna say this, I'm not gonna really answer her questions. I'm gonna just weigh in on a little bit because I know Fatim is probably gonna answer all her questions for her. But I want to touch on what Jason said. You've been a girlfriend for 11 years. That's all the answers you need, sweetheart. So the thing is she sound trapped. You don't have enough money to venture out on your own. So pretty much you don't have an escape plan. See, I think a lot of times when you're in a relationship, if you are independent and your mate is independent, there's a lot of shit you won't take from the other person. But if you are dependent on the person, there's a lot of shit you'll put up with because you don't want to lose exactly what you're getting. So I think a lot of times finances does play a major role in a relationship, because if I live here and then I move in with you, but I also have my other place over here, you really can't say too much to me without me saying, fuck it, I'm out. So I feel like before you get in a relationship with anybody, you really need to make sure you straight first. And I always say this, you need to, if there's a qualification, you have to qualify on certain things to even date somebody. If I don't have the time, the money, or the willingness to date you, or the free time to date you, I shouldn't even be actively dating. So the moment they moved in together, baby girl, y'all splitting bills. You should have been putting something away for a rainy day. And now this rainy day has come, you have no shelter because you shacking up with a dude for 11 years and you feel like you stuck because you can't move out. You're not there for the kids, and I get it. But if she had a other option, the way she worded this letter, she been gone. So I feel like financially you stuck with this man. So I'm gonna let Fatim go ahead.
Fatim, do you mind if I say something right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Don't forget your thoughts. I want to touch on what Victor says, because why does it have to always go to money? And I say that because, and I'm going from my experience, I feel like that's not true. I stayed because I loved him and I wanted it to work. It's not because I didn't have the funds to make it on my own, because I did have the funds to be, to make it on my own. It just, sometimes people really do love that person and want it to work out. It doesn't have anything to do with money and not being able to make it on your own.
So my thing is, when it comes down to the disrespect, if I know you'll put up with a lot, or people will put up with some things if they know they have no other option. And to me, it sounds like, that's just my opinion. To me, it just sounds like she has no other option but to stay with this man. And I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like if she had a other option, she'd take it. And she hasn't. So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just answer it like that and let Fatim go ahead and do his thing.
Yeah, and Laura, I see your question out there. I come back to that. I don't want to go that direction right now, but I will answer your question. So I wasn't going to bring this part up, but Victor mentioned it, so I'm just going to say this and then I'll say what I have to say. I don't give a damn if she's been a girlfriend for 11 years or married for 11 years. We always want to put emphasis, and I do understand about, a wife versus a girlfriend. I got that. But one thing I found interesting in this letter, which is interesting, is that she talked about how she felt. She didn't talk about how she got to this place. She didn't give examples, a lot of examples of how she got to this place. She talked about where she's at. And the reason why I say that's very interesting, because sometimes we cloud it by them giving examples. He don't do this or this, that, and other. And then we zero in on that. She went right to the point where she's fed up and the relationship is broken. The relationship is broken. If that bike is broken, that car is broken, and you can't fix it, it's broken. She's not happy. Your child reads the body language. That's not a healthy relationship. It's not a healthy environment. She asks, why do I feel guilty? Anyone feels guilty because you put in the building blocks. When you come together, you're looking to be into something that is successful. Anytime something breaks, whoever for or whatever, you may feel guilty at the end of the day because you want to see successful. You want to be the best example for your children.
Mhm.
But relationships break. And when they break, you have to be honest with yourself. She's being honest with yourself. She's asking for help. She knows what she needs to do, but again, she needs a little, I guess she needs to hear other people comment on this to kind of give her a little bit more feedback instead of just saying, am I being selfish on how I'm feeling? Or maybe I'm not looking at it from another perspective. But young lady, you've been in this relationship for 11 years. You're tired. This relationship doesn't seem like it can go any further because you're done. But you're staying there because of the betterment of the kids. And you know, a lot of us know that when we stay in those relationships for the betterment of the kids, someone suffers. And sometimes it spills out into our children. So if this relationship is broken, sis, you have a lot of questions. But the main question is, should you stay in a broken relationship or should you leave and try to build a relationship for the children to relate with their father, relate with you, and to move forward? Because that's what it's about. If you're stuck, you can't grow. You just can't grow. And when you're miserable, you're unhappy. And when you're unhappy, you do miserable things. So you got to think of yourself. You got to think of your children and try to put the best foot forward. But if this is broken, it's time for you to move on. You got to get out of this and you got to move forward and see if you can build a healthy relationship between the father of your children, yourself, and build that bridge for those children. But you got to go. You got to move forward, sis.
I want to get to Jason's comment right quick because to me, it's really good. He says, a good woman don't like starting over. That's the truth. A good woman don't like starting over.
I can't agree with that.
When they finally find somebody to know them front to back and they share their body and their life with another person, they don't want to start from scratch. So they stay longer than they should, thinking it's going to change. And that is facts because pure example right here. You want things to change. You're hoping things going to change. You know, you don't want to start over. You don't want to meet someone new. You got to learn them all over. And, you know, you known this person for some years now. You know them like the back of your hand. Now you got to start all the way over, getting to know someone. I mean, it's a lot.
I'm going to say this. A good woman knows her worth. So if you sitting in a relationship with a dude that's not worth your time, why the hell would you stay and try to bring him up? We all on this earth a set amount of time. I'm not gonna waste my time with you if I see this shit ain't going nowhere.
Some people like to be saviors.
And that's true. Yeah.
And there's an exception to every rule. I get that. But what I'm saying about me is if I see that this shit ain't going nowhere or it's not going the way that I feel like is the best for me, I'm not staying in this relationship.
And it's easier said than
I'm willing to start over.
But
it's
do
easier
you
said than done,
but
though.
do you let me ask this, and I can't hear, hold on, let me just put the headphones back in because I don't want to talk over anybody. But the question is, do you, when that relationship starts to go sour and you stay longer, this is where it gets clouded because sometimes you wind up doing things that you normally wouldn't do in a relationship because you are not ready to walk away from it. You want me to give you an example? So you're in a relationship, Victor, you know, and then all of a sudden the relationship is sour and you got a new coworker on the job and you all been working for 6 months and a female coworker, and you normally wouldn't do this, but she asked you out for drinks. And
it would never happen. I don't roll like that.
Okay, but a lot of people do. A lot of people do because at the end of the day, you know, when a relationship goes sour, you tend to look outside for other things that you may not normally do. See, a lot of us just don't, because a relationship goes sour, you just don't throw the towel in for whatever reason. And I think we all have been in relationships that didn't work. Veronica's been transparent. I've been somewhat transparent before about how we stay longer when we realize that this may not be moving forward, but we stay longer because we still have feelings for the person, or we have feelings for the relationship, or you feel guilty. This woman is put real. That's what I'm saying. This is a real good letter because she's really talking about being fed up, but she's also showing a human side that she has emotions, she has concerns, she has children that probably look up to their father, but she's tired. And why should she continue to feel like this? Because it's killing her, it's eating at her, and it's eating at her, and she can't be the 100% person that she can be if she's hurting like this.
Yeah, life is short. Go ahead, Victor. Life
No,
is short.
no, it's on you.
I was like, life is short, and I feel like we all just need to be living our best life right now, and not being in a toxic relationship, not being unhappy, not worrying about when is he going to be home, or when is she going to be home, or she's doing this, or is he doing this, like the younger me. Well, I'm not even gonna say that much younger, but I'm just saying, like, I think because now I look at life different now. And I don't know. I've taken a lot, really, in relationships. But like I said, now I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm talking over myself, but hopefully y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not going to tell this lady to leave this relationship. I'm not going to tell her that, because that's going to be up for her to make that decision to stay or leave. But that's a lot. 11 years. This guy never proposed to you. And I think someone said something about they was in a 20-year relationship. I think I saw somebody comment about that. Thinking that they was going to get married or whatever. But that's a long time to give someone. It's a very long time. And then for things to not work out. I mean, life goes on, though. I mean, there's love out there. I don't want to tell her to give up on love just because she have 2 children from this man, and just because, she want the best for, like, she want her kids to be in the home with this man. But we have to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Life is short, and it's time to live, and it's time to be happy.
So my thing is you don't want to resent your kids for staying in this relationship. Your kids could do something to you, and you can say, well, I was with your daddy X amount of years for you. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that example may not come up, but this is just a scenario that I'm giving y'all. Adults can do things for children and then turn around on the back end and bring that shit up. I was with your father this long to make sure that you got a good life, so I need for you to do this for me. And it's like the kids is like, I didn't ask you to do those shit like that. Mm-mm. You got to look out for yourself. My number one rule, and I tell this to people, and I live by this. If you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of somebody else. Ma'am, if you unhappy, get out that shit, man. That's my thing. And this is it. If you, the damn first moment you contemplated being with that man, you should have left. Because
it's not that easy, Victor.
Listen to what I'm saying. Just because we have an argument don't necessarily mean I don't want to be with you no more. When shit goes sour, when things go sour, your clothes go sour, there's a whole lot of steps that happen before shit gets sour. Yeah. I'm not going to be in no situation where I'm like, well, damn, this shit is toxic. I should have cut that shit off way before that happened. If we arguing, that's different. Couples gonna argue. Mm-hmm. If we doing little shit to each other and we arguing, now I need to start rethinking some things. We need to have a conversation. But when you say the word sour, our relationship is sour, you can't come back from that. Because no matter what I do or what I say, I'm always going to remember all that shiesty shit you done did. So We can sit here and try to say that we live in a utopia, and we can sit here and say, hey, you know what? Hey, we can come back from that, baby. I love you, but that shit's still in my mind. That shit's still in my mind. The shit you said, me walking past you and you don't want to speak to me. That shit is still in my mind and in my heart. So the best thing I can do is leave this situation before one of us do some shit we can't come back from.
Let me jump in here on this here because I'm going through a lot of different things here. You know, relationships. You know, again, when we have children, we think that we're in a relationship with the mother or the father, and that we're compatible. I mentioned this before. We're not always compatible. We're not. We're not. And when you get, and I'm gonna be a little transparent here, when you wind up in a relationship, sometimes you 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 are also dealing with your own stresses, but you are always putting the other person first in a sense of what you're dealing with. I wanted to start off this saying hindsight is 2020, because that's where Veronica was saying to Victor is that yeah, it's easy to say that now looking back, hindsight, but when you in it, and I look back at my life and I've made mistakes. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've made mistakes. Y'all know some of the stuff that I've been dealing with, and I've made mistakes. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't. Didn't mean I didn't love the person, but I've made mistakes. But what I realize is trying to be that Superman, trying to be that Superman, I wind up putting my feelings on the back burner,
Yeah.
and some of those things were eating at me. And by those things eating at me, there was other little things out there that might have caught my attention, that might have not pulled me away, but gave me gave me some kind of gratification. That's the word, not satisfaction, but gratification at the end of the day. And then when you look back at it, you were saying, well, when did I take care of me? When did I ever take care of me? But I supposed to be Superman. I've been dealing with so much for so long that it is mounted up on me that I never got help for it, but I look like the bad person. That's why I keep saying relationships, sometimes we need, Vic may not agree at this, sometimes you need outside help, professional outside help, because a lot of times we get together because we say I do, don't mean we're compatible, don't mean we're going to be together for the rest of our life and eternity, because we're not living in a fantasy world. We are real people with our own ups and downs. We bring a lot of this baggage into these relationships from children. We bring this here.
Yeah.
We bring that there. And so at the end of the day, I'm just, I look, I had to take a break. It is what it is. 32 years, I'm not throwing nobody under the bus at here. I could just talk about me, but I had to look myself in the mirror and say, yo, I had to deal with trauma too. But nobody ever looked at that because I was the man. And now as hindsight, I look back at the trauma I had to put on the back burner that ate at me. And then when did I put myself first? Even to this day, I still feel guilty about certain things. When I say guilty, I'm not talking about actions. I still feel guilty for my grown children on certain things. But when do I live my life? Because nobody can take care of me now. If I lose my job and I go to my kids or they can't take care of me. So when do I start to look out for my damn self now? When I looked out for everybody. So damn it, now I may have to be selfish because I got to look out for my damn.
You need some more bells, bro.
Hey.
I love it.
Yes. Because that is the thing. Like we put everybody before us. Put everybody before. Well, I'm gonna talk about me. In my past, everybody before me. Yes, I love me, but I feel like now, today, 2022, September, what is it, 13th, 2022, I feel like Veronica is living her best life. Veronica is doing things finally that Veronica loved to do. Veronica is living her best life, and that is what it's all about. Do I still love my people? Of course I do. My son is my heart. But Veronica is living her life, and especially now that my son is older, When he was young, it was all about him. It was all about who I was with. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that, they were happy. I'm telling too much. I'm getting too
You
personal.
got me out there.
No, you ain't getting too personal. It's about you now. I'm smoking.
I'm just saying, Veronica is living her life. Like, I am. And I thank God. I thank God. I thank God for where he has me right now. Right now. Like, there's like blessings upon blessings upon blessings that are flowing my way. And I'm just so grateful because I feel now I'm not saying that I had a bad life. Ever, ever. Wanted for nothing. Even when I was coming up as a child, our parents made sure that we had everything. Like, I thank God for them. But I'm saying, like, now is like I'm just living life. And things are like really good for me right now. So I give God all the praise for everything that he's doing. And I'm not ashamed to say it. God is ahead of my life, and I am wherever he leads me right now, I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm there for my son 100%. And of course, family. I love family. I love people, you know. But Veronica is finally putting herself first.
Got to.
So, with you doing that, you need to tell this young lady here, put yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how, I mean, I get it. The embarrassment of a breakup, the embarrassment of your
Yes.
kids separating from their father. If he is a good man, yes, he may not deal with you anymore, but he'll still deal with them kids. And I think some women will force, I shouldn't say force, some women will almost make a man be a good father. But then instead of just moving on and letting this man see if he'll continue a relationship with his kids, because some won't. I just say some.
Mm-hmm.
Some won't unless this woman forced the issue. So a lot of times, you know your mate, you know your partner, you know if they shitty or not, you know if they're responsible or not.
Right.
And I can say women will take on a responsibility that is really not yours. Girl, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't even take his medicine. Okay, that ain't your responsibility. If he want to die, that's on him. But y'all take on so much that you don't have to.
Yeah, we do. We really do. We really do.
And it's a commendable trait that y'all have, and us men love it. But what are we reciprocating back to you? Do I make sure you take your shit on time? Do I make sure you got gas in your car? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Do I make sure this? And it's a trade-off. It's never going to be 50-50. But what you do for me, it should also be equally or the same value as what I'm doing for you.
It should.
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be. But this woman, we only hearing her side of the story. Because I'm pretty sure if bro tell the side of the story, it could be completely different.
But even though it may be completely different, it don't take away from how she feels.
It don't.
And it doesn't take away how she feels and where she's at mentally,
Right.
spiritually, emotionally. And if she is not there in those terms, that relationship is done. They just there
Right.
and they're just there physically, but they're not there emotionally and whatever. So there's no growth there.
You're right. And I say this, Fatine, if she, and this is something that I challenge some of y'all to do. The letters you write here, write that shit to your spouse and see what's their reaction. See how they feel. Because if you really want some help, yeah, we can give you our opinions. But imagine the man, the same letter, and he's sitting here, he telling you the same thing you telling him. We walk past without talking to each other. I'm only here because We've been together 11 years. I ain't pulled the trigger on marriage because I ain't sure you the right one. Even though I'm faithful to you, I ain't sure you willing. You haven't shown me the proper steps that a wife is. Yeah, we've been together 11 years, but there's certain things that y'all are getting that girlfriend comfort mode and will not take it that next step. I'm not saying we don't, but a lot of times,
I'm sorry, I meant to cut you off.
But a lot of times when it comes to marriage, the woman has to lead that charge because we're only going to take it right to the edge. And if you're pushing for us to get married, then yeah, some of us will pull the trigger. There are some men out there that really want to get married. But there's some men that saying, well, shit, if she cool right here, I'm cool too.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was going to say. I think some women get caught up and they get a little, is the word afraid to, say something about marriage because they are afraid that they're going to scare that man off.
Well, then he wasn't the one for you then. What you scared? You should never, ever be afraid of scaring somebody off for being you. If I'm being myself, I should never alter myself because if you can't handle 100% unadulterated Vic White, if you say, this is just too much, you know what? It was fun while it lasted. Nice to meet you. But we got to go separate ways. I'm not going to alter myself for you. I can't.
All right. So
yeah,
I see when Victor talks sometime, I understand. Because I'm getting, I don't know Victor. You know what I'm saying? No, Victor. I've met Victor. We've been doing this. I understand him better. And I understand what he's saying. The reason why I'm saying I kind of slightly disagree, and it's not really a disagreement, I'm just tweaking it because I do understand what you're saying, is that the 100% me, sometimes that 100% me is not the best me.
Well,
yeah, you see, so sometimes even though we can be maybe better, the problem is who we have to make that change. You can tell me to make that change, but if it's not up to me to make that change, that don't mean I'm wrong. That don't mean that I'm right if I don't make that change. But the bottom line, it comes down to sometime we can become better at who we are. The Victor that was 25 is not the Victor that is 42.
That's
so because of wisdom and experience that born wisdom out of that experience. So I think that we it's about growing. It's about growing at the end of the day. It's about growing at the end of the day too.
So that whole 100% me. You and I totally agree with you. We all change, but when I'm telling you, I'm giving you all of me. I'm not talking about the tangible things. I'm talking about the untangible things, the things you can't touch. The 100%. Me calling you. Hey, you all right? You good today? You know what I'm saying? That's a legitimate. Me calling you, asking you, are you good? That's a genuine feeling. Don't sit here and say, well, damn, you always call and you ask me that all the time. Like, stop. Okay, so basically you saying is I shouldn't care about you. I shouldn't ask. Maybe I had a feeling. And sometimes when a man actually expresses himself, it gets pushed off as if you're playing or you really don't feel that way or what's your angle. But when a guy sit here and calls you randomly out today, hey baby, I was just thinking about you today, or what you done did, and it's like, well, shit, why does it have to go right there? Because if I'm just honestly, I thought about you, I might have seen a fucking ladybug on the damn thing and thought about your punk ass, but you want to be like, oh well,
Well, that's because I feel like a lot of people have been hurt, and it goes both ways. I mean,
it goes both ways.
But you do get a lot of women that have that mindset of when someone, like you say, called throughout the day, or they send a random text saying something, they'd be like, oh, what he did, or I mean, I've been guilty of that, but I mean, it comes with growth because not everybody is after you to hurt you.
Right.
And once you realize that, you can let someone in. Like, everybody is not out to hurt you. And just because of your past, you know, but yeah, I totally get what you're saying, Victor.
Yeah. Let me
And it,
just say,
go ahead, bro. I'm
all
sorry.
right, all right. So there are times I'm going into another category. There are times, a lot of times we hear that, like the young lady talking about, she's basically saying she's broken. And sometime in a relationship you do become broken. And sometimes I was saying, if you're broken, there's no growth, and that we should not just stay there for the kids because the kids see the body language. But every circumstance is different. That's why sometimes Victor says, well, we can give so many examples to prove our point. But just to say this, there are times when we do stay for kids. I give you an example. What I mean, the one parent could be sickly, and you realize that you at times are both parents. You're both parents. You're both parents. You're the mother and the father at times when the other parent gets sick, maybe hospitalized or whatever. When your children are small, then if you're not there 100% in that household, and somebody, the neighbor got to pick them up, this, that, and the other, and you know what, 100%. Sometimes you do stay. That is what is called sacrifice. There are times when we sacrifice for our children, even though we are sacrifice our happiness. There are times that you will stay, because you know why? Because it's better emotionally and for a more safer environment. Sometimes when that parent stays there for the children, because I at one time look back at my mom's, who I'm glad that she was able to kick her alcoholism. I'm glad that she was able to do it on her own. But there was a time when my father would come home. He didn't know what. He get my mom's with her wig twisted and snuff dripping here, and she gone to town because she's done hit the bottle. And it was times when I thought my father was going to walk away, but I never forget hearing him telling my aunt, he was like, I gotta stay for this boy. That's what he said. And I look back, it got better though, because my mom's was able to kick it. They were able to move forward, and I had both my parents. So each situation is different. So sometimes you do sacrifice for your children to stay in a relationship that is not always healthy. You have to assess what your circumstances. That's why Victor said, Veronica said, well, or whoever said it, I'm sorry, that again, we can give you advice, but you have to reassess your situation, because we don't know every detail there. We just don't know every detail. We hear that you're broken. We hear that you seem like you're tired. And if from that perspective, then if it's not going to damage the kids, even though it may hurt the kids, but if you and the child's father put the children's interest first, then I think there's a way of doing this where y'all can move forward.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why people stay, and a big reason why a lot of people stay in toxic relationships. It's because they weren't about what the folks are going to say. They weren't about what the parents are going to say. And we say this a lot. They weren't about what the parents are going to say. They were about what the siblings are going to say, the family, the neighbors, the church members. They weren't about everybody else, but them being happy. There's people in relationships right now. Some people watching right now that are in miserable relationships, toxic relationships, just in relationships that they are not happy in right now, just because they weren't about what the folks are going to say. And we have got to stop worrying about what other people are saying about our life, our life that we supposed to be living, that we supposed to be, enjoying. But we rather stay in a toxic relationship because we so worried about what the folks going to say if we leave.
That makes us look at the letter last week, but I don't want to go there.
Please do.
I mean, it just about the parents, the guy parents don't want to deal with the female. If y'all are happy, don't worry about the parents. You live in your just live your life, live your best life. You got to realize it comes down to bottom line is your happiness. You understand? It comes down to your bottom line is happy. I hate people, button in. If we can sit here and say, I got a married couple for 10 years and they're not happy, and I got a couple for 10 years that's shacking, that is happy and prospering and doing things and living life and enjoying life. We're gonna find a way of saying, well, those shacking, that's hell with that. That's what I'm saying. Again, live your life the way you choose to live your life. Stop worrying about what, like you just said, Veronica. At the end of the day, live your life the best way that you can, especially if you are love with each other and being the best that you can be.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
I want to know, what does she ultimately want? Would a ring cure all her problems? Probably not.
Nope.
She's at the point now that she's made up her mind, but she just needs confirmation to pull the trigger. Ma'am, the longer you stay, the worse you're gonna feel until you really figure out exactly what the both of you want. Like, this shit ain't just her, because in order for her to get what she desires, he has to reciprocate what she's asking. So this is not something that we can fix or she can fix. This is something that you need to fix with your man, if it's even repairable. Because to me, it sounds like it's not repairable. Because I've always said, if it's between me and another option, I want you to pick that other option, because I don't dare want you to bring no shit up ever saying that I should have done this. Don't ever tell me you had another option if I'm over here doing something, especially if I'm unaware of what's going on. I would always, always, always encourage the other person. If it's me or something else, choose that other shit. Because if you're 100% true to me and I'm 100% true to you, there is no other option.
I
It's
agree.
you.
Right. Veronica, I think Lisa Smith comment is worth reading. If you can put it up, I'll read it if you want to, or you can read it. It doesn't matter. But
Okay.
I think this is maybe helpful. It says, I stayed in that 20 plus marriage for my kids' sake. I was exhausted emotionally. When I made that decision to leave, I felt a heavy weight lift off me. You have to make a decision that is right for you. Know your worth. Know what is best for you and your children.
And no one can make that decision for you but you. I don't care how many times someone say, girl, you need to leave. Girl, you don't need to be in that marriage. You don't need to be in that relationship. I wouldn't go through that if I was you. Blah, blah. I don't care how many times somebody tell you that. You're going to leave when you get ready to leave. You know when it's time to move. You know. Nobody can make that decision for you. No one.
So let me say this. I notice a lot of women say this shit, and I've never heard a man say this. What's best for me and my children. I've never, and I'm not saying a man don't think like that, but I have never heard a man say no shit like that. So already you limiting what's best for you, because you always, like I said, you got to take care of yourself in order to take care of everybody else. So if you're already saying what's best for me and my kids, what's best for you may not be best for your kids. So you're going to come up with a plan to incorporate all of them. But the moment your kids pick somebody else over you, you're going to feel fucking stupid. You're going to feel betrayed. You're going to feel worthless. Not, I shouldn't say worthless. You're going to feel like the decision that you made that was best for the family or best for you and your kids probably wasn't the best decision, because your kids went out there and chose some dick over their mama. And it's going to happen. So that's what I'm saying. You should always look out for yourself first and then look out for everybody.
Natasha just said that. Natasha just said that. Listen to what she just said.
I didn't see it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, and that's the thing. It sounds harsh, and I know she's putting the crying emoji and all that, but fuck them kids. Because in a moment, in a heartbeat, and And my son's 16, and I love him to death. But I know I ain't first, second, third, fourth, or fifth thought when it come to him.
Yeah, but we
yes,
as
he's in
parents,
my top 5, huh?
but we as parents, we can't just say
Yo,
F
that
them.
I can't. Yeah, I can't say F the
Oh,
kids.
No.
shit.
And
I
Tasha
can't do it.
playing. Tasha don't. I mean, she's playing when she say that. I'm quite sure, but
But if you
we
push to
can't.
the,
We
Mhm,
just
sorry.
can't. Like now, I mean, like I say, I'm living my best life now. But
Exactly.
I can't say F.
So you mean
I can't say F the kids, but you can be pushed to the point where it looks like you say that because your sanity, if you losing your sanity, you're no good for yourself or them kids. So you're gonna have to do what's best for you eventually if you're going to be no good in that relationship.
Let me ask you something, Veronica. And I'm gonna ask you something. Well, I'm gonna ask you first, Veronica. I'm gonna ask for team. You laid up in the bed and you about to get you some good wee-wee. I'm talking about premium grade A wee-wee.
Honey Pat.
No, let me back up. You ain't gonna get no wee-wee. You about to get you some dick. All right. And your son called. I'm talking about he got some dick out. You gonna answer that phone?
Yes.
For team, you about to get you some good grade A kitty cat. And your daughter called. You gonna answer the phone?
Definitely.
Shit, I ain't answering the phone. You better leave a fucking message. You better text me.
My kids got priority, and no matter what I'm doing,
Especially if it's late at night, you know something wrong with you.
my kids got priority.
911 first.
Nah, they got priority. They got priority.
I'm asking you, how many times y'all don't call y'all kids and they ain't answer the phone?
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, their priorities may be different than our priorities. And
Yeah, they're wrong.
Texting me right now. I ain't want to talk to you.
Your parents wasn't important to you when you was young. Come on now, that's totally different. We were young, but now it's like
because you know what, and I hate to be petty on this, but my mind, I'm not going to be able to get into this. Whatever you saying, Victor, knowing that in the back of my head, I'm worrying about what that call could have been. I'd rather have that stress, emotional off me than I can put my attention in there.
Exactly.
I can't deal with that. I can't deal with the what if.
He called one time. Now, if he called twice, I might answer the phone.
You might. Like Tim said, kids are priority, bro.
Who?
Kids.
Shit.
Carol said, as a good mother, we will always do what we think is best for our kids.
And Carol, you gonna miss out on some good Peterbird like that. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm like, oh,
Peterbird are your kids. Peterbird are your kids. Peterbird.
I mean, I'm gonna choose my kids because I ain't want no Peterbird.
Well, poo poo are your kids.
The poo poo, because the poo poo ain't gonna last that long. I'm gonna only be in the poo poo about 5 minutes anyway. So it ain't that damn serious.
I'm answering that phone.
You better keep those honey packs for yourself.
Yeah, I'm answering the phone. I ain't got no hesitation.
I ain't answering the phone. I'll tell you that. Shit, after a certain amount of time, them booty call hours. The hell you calling me at 10 o'clock for anyway?
Now I've been in that situation, looked at the answer machine to see who is calling, call ID. It ain't nobody. Now that was my mama calling, depending on what time of the night he was calling, but you know what I'm saying? My moms wouldn't just call me out the blue. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm the kind of person that I'd rather have stress off me, knowing that if my phone rings, I'd rather deal with that because the what if is going to make me, it's going to change my pattern and my rhythm. It's definitely going to change that rhythm.
I'm saying, I ain't got especially if it's late at night, come on. I'm going to be worrying about like, okay, like you have to be calling me. It's late. I got to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Let me see. Natasha says, listen, if them kids want to stay with their daddy, fine, but mama gone. Peace. Staying in a toxic situation for kids' sake while my mental health suffers? Nope.
Told you she wasn't playing. F them kids.
No. I mean, I'm gonna stand in a toxic situation for kids' sake. I mean, and a lot of people do. A lot of women stay in relationships because of their kids. I hear it all the time where they be like, "Well, I'm gonna stay until the kids graduate." What?
Yeah.
So you want to sacrifice being unhappy until your kids graduate from high school and your kids in the 3rd grade? So all these years you going to be miserable until your kids graduate?
Sometimes you can. You can.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, well, if you're miserable, if you're not, you got to assess the situation. It comes down to how miserable are you. If it's to the point that you never want to go home, you staying out to 1 and 1:30 in the morning, you come home, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Then it ain't no use of being there. It just ain't no use of being there. It's just not. But you do stay longer. I mean, there's a couple of people that I knew that would go home. I mean, the person is known, so I'm not going to mention their name, but they just stay out late, and because they was a public figure, and then they realized that this marriage is not working. This is not working, and I try to be there for the kids, but the kids are older now. They're not grown at the time, but they're gonna have to understand. We just gonna have to sit them down and explain that mommy and daddy is just not happy, but we still gonna be mommy and daddy. And when they realize that they're still gonna be mommy and daddy, that's their bottom line. You may not, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. I'm gonna say this right now. When people are hurt, we get it. But when people hold grudges the rest of their life, it causes the parents, because of the grudges between them, they can't really be there 100% for the children. Because if you can get past some of the pain and the hurt, everybody has pain, everybody has hurt. But once you can get by that and the parents can communicate, then the children feel a sense of relief that if mommy needs to talk with daddy in the house or whatever, there's no tension. And that's what it's about. It's about business. See, Victor talks about that a lot, about business relationship. I don't know if he says that a relationship is a business agreement, but that's what we got to look at it. At the end of the day, we put the emotional part, but if we deal with this from a business agreement and putting the betterment of our business, which is our family first, sometimes we have to separate. But if we're doing the best for business for them, then we learn how to communicate with one another to make the best decision for our business, even if we're not together under the same roof as a unit. We still do what's best for business, and that's the children. That's the children, and that's for the mother and the father. We get past that damn pain. You don't hold no damn pain for no damn year and 2 years and 3 years and crap like that. You go your separate ways, but you do what's best for business.
Well, let the church say amen.
There you go.
But team been on point. Now, I ain't saying you haven't been, Veronica. I ain't saying you haven't been.
Thank you.
But Fatima was dropping some jewels tonight. I may not agree with everything that y'all two have been saying, but I totally understand where your stance on it. I get it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, some premium coochie, them children gonna have to wait. I just want to know why you ain't dialed 911 before you called me.
I know. First of all, me knowing you, I know you lying because your kids are every.
Can I be a thug sometimes? Damn.
You gotta be a thug on here.
Damn. At least let me damn seem like I'm heartless.
Oh.
It's bad enough you tell them I told them I don't hold no doors, and you yeah. Come on now.
My bad. I thought we was being honest tonight. Carry on.
Damn, I want to be a gangster sometimes.
My bad. I'm staying out of it.
I can't be a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a pimp named Slickback.
My bad. Yeah, don't answer their call. Damn them kids.
Yeah. By me saying that, I might get with some girl that might tell me, Girl, don't answer that phone for them kids. Now I'm looking at you like, motherfucker, this your last night here.
Right. She'd be like, I thought you don't answer the phone for your kids.
I just got to make one quick comment to Victor. What's that pumpkin cream shirt back there, my brother?
Hey, man,
noticed
listen,
that's
I bought
cream.
this shirt. I had a date. I bought this shirt to go on a date, and it didn't come in on time. So, you know, I might wear it if I get a chance to go on another date. How about that?
Got it.
I love it.
Pumpkin cream.
I love it. And it's that time of year to wear it.
That's right.
And it's thin as hell, too. So my nipples might be showing if I'm with no damn t-shirt.
Oh.
I don't know if I should hit you ring the bell on that one, bro.
I don't know.
I ain't ringing that bell.
I don't want to see Victor nipples.
If it's cold,
Napples.
I'll pass.
Boy, they be.
if it's cold, you best believe it's.
Boy, they be showing them on TikTok. Boy, them nipples be right.
Oh man,
damn, they be doing. And what is this whole thing? I know I would throw this whole thing off. Yeah, I like what somebody said. We were supposed to be canceling R. Kelly. We up here shaking. I threw it off.
I love those little videos though.
Oh my God. I'm telling y'all now, y'all get mad all y'all want. Y'all may cancel the person R. Kelly, but y'all ain't damn sure ain't canceling R. Kelly music. That ain't gonna happen.
Something.
That ain't gonna happen.
My favorite videos, and I've been sending these videos out to, but anyway, it's I guess he's a Arab dude, and he goes, it's like skibbity me something bop bop bop, and what the girls do, they take their bras off and they put the shirts over their face and shake their breasts and put the glasses on over the shirt. I'll send it to you for tea.
Oh, please do, bro. Please do. I love TikTok, man. I love it.
I bet you do.
I love TikTok, boy. You know that. I love it. I can't go to bed. That's my TV before I go to sleep, boy.
So
Fatin go to TikTok and he put in the search bar titties. So he.
But I'm gonna tell you this.
My friend says I'm the booby man.
So let me say this. I was on TikTok scrolling one day and somebody was looking over my shoulder and she said, your For You page and my For You page don't look nothing alike. She got all this inspirational shit, all this shit talking about love and marriage, and I got motherfuckers showing titties.
I be seeing tattoos on thighs, butt shorts.
As soon as something come up, you can be a better man. Block. Want to see that shit? Where the ass at?
Something wrong with y'all.
If I wanted to see that shit, I'd damn read a book.
Between the music and the good music and the dancing and the shaking, shoot, man.
Ain't nobody want to see that shit.
Yeah, because like the videos you be sending me, I'm like, what kind of shit? Where do you even find these videos from? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, ain't nobody. Y'all go to TikTok. You should cook for your man, child. I ain't want to see none of that. Bust that shit open. I'm just saying.
Listen.
I'm playing.
So, are we going to the Sweet Potato Festival?
When is that?
When is that, Patricia? She said that, and you definitely could wear that shirt. Vic, that shirt would go well at the Sweet Potato Festival.
Sure did. He blend in with the sweet potato. Somebody may pick his ass.
The Sweet Potato is normally what, the first weekend in October, I think, or the second. I can't remember, but we should go. And I need to know if you guys are going to this gospel show that you all said that y'all wanted to go to
When?
to get some.
When?
It's October 14th.
Okay.
You guys, you are the one that brought it to me. He was like, we getting tickets to this gospel concert. Now that y'all got, huh?
October the 8th.
October 8th. Okay.
Yeah. I gotta host something, but I'm hosting. I'm supposed to be hosting something in Marion Saturday for the NAACP. They got me working down here already.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so the NAACP got me. I met with them last week, so I got to do that.
Awesome.
Got a couple of things I got to host back up in New York or whatever. But we
I got a
Well,
black
just let
tie
me know.
event Sunday.
mhm.
Huh?
Yeah, and also Florence Center. What is it? What is it called? Florence. What is that? Civic Center. Florence Civic Center. What is it? December 3rd. I got my tickets here online. I already got my tickets. Genuine Changing Faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SWV, I think.
Yes, WV, all that, and then they got that King. What's his name? King Floyd, whatever.
Mhm.
That's the country dude I call him.
Yeah.
Drew
Maybe you
Hill.
say you have an event this weekend?
Yeah, I got a black tie event. I'm going to Sunday celebrating somebody's 74th birthday party.
Black tie 74th.
Cool.
Okay. Happy birthday to that person.
I have an event Saturday as well. I'm looking forward to.
What you got going on?
Yeah, Lisa R&B
Yeah.
Blue Fest. Mhm.
I'll bet you gonna have your phone on Do Not Disturb.
She ain't doing it. She ain't doing them exercises for nothing.
Not that kind of party, okay?
Oh,
Tori is doing something on the 24th, the sickle cell something.
I want to say the event that they have every year.
Yeah, I bought tickets, so I guess we got to do that. And then this Friday, I'm going to the Tressler House, the drug rehabilitation center with the United Way to do something that somebody signed me up for.
Okay.
So please, I'll reach out to Tori because
Well, that's
I'm
cool.
a sickle cell advocate. So that's something that I take in
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
so-
that
in.
I'm thinking that's the event that takes place every year, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think you're right, Veronica. It's at Ebenezer Park, over here by my house.
Uh-huh.
And they're doing jazzercise. They're doing it's a health thing that they're doing, and it might be like a 2K walk, maybe 3K walk they're doing.
Yeah.
But you get your tickets from Eventbrite. So yeah,
Okay. So we have a lot going on.
yeah.
Um,
And what's his name? Bishop. What's my man name that sang "Keep on Rolling"?
oh yeah, gonna keep this train gonna keep on rolling.
He'll be at the office December the 24th.
What office?
In Hemingway.
That's the name of the spot. Oh, Hemingway.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Oh.
and
King
I know
George?
King George.
King
King George is going to definitely be at this fest too.
That's for you.
Yeah, 15, you get me spending money now. That's right, Jace. You got to do that. And let me just say this: coming down here, I just take a moment because we don't do this much, but I send our prayers and our condolences to those 4 people: Mitchell Carter, the second, Janika Carter, Antoine Hines of Florence, and Ruby Taylor of Hartsville. Those are the 4 people that lost their life tragically earlier this week in that train and car wreck. So we send our prayers and condolences to their family and friends. Such a horrific accident, but our prayers goes out to those.
Yeah, I went to school with 2 of them. I went to school. Me and Janika graduated together, and Thinner was I think Thinner was 2 grades ahead of me, but I graduated with his sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's a lot of families that are hurting out there. So definitely hearts and prayers going out to their families and to all the families that are going through something right now, man. It's just it's tough time. And we pray for everybody.
So I also want to send my condolences to all the women who man is gonna be taking this, who I'm sending it to, who sent me an inbox.
Put mine on the side, Vic. I said you.
I pray you have better days, because you definitely gonna be calling out of work once your man take one of these. So
keep on rolling. Keep on rolling.
Well,
Keep
well.
on plugging.
Thank you for watching Tangy Tea of Life.
Yeah.
It's been
We didn't give our final comments.
Tangy Tea of Life is being brought to you by Honey Packs.
Royal VIP. There you go. You women, yeah, there you go. Buy the box.
Royal Honey. Yes, honey.
Keep
All right.
on buzzing. Bzzz, like a bee.
All right, let's do final thoughts right quick so we can, wrap it up tonight.
Wrap it up. Victor, wrap it up.
You ain't wrapping shit up with these.
You go, all right.
Pouring skin to skin, baby.
There you go. I'll go first real quick. Sis, you seem broken in this relationship, but you want to hear other people and you act, why do you feel guilty? I wrote that down specifically because you feel guilty because anytime you build something and when you build a family where there's love and emotion put in there with your children and this, that, and other, and it seems like it's coming to an end, you feel guilty because you question, am I doing the right thing? Could I've done things better? Could things have gone a different way? And that's where the guilt feel. But you have to be able to step out of yourself from the emotional part and take a look at the relationship and see where if it's not going anywhere and you feel like you're at that dead end, then that's not good for yourself. So if that's where you at, then you have to take the next step. We can't tell you what that next step should be. We can give you our opinion, but you have to make that final step. But I think honestly, through your letter and the questions that you put forward, I think you really know the answers. You just needed a push tonight, and I hope that you got that push in your answer.
I really feel like, ma'am, your decision has already been made. Whatever your decision is, a ring won't bring you happiness now. I really feel like you backed up into a corner, and now in order to get out that corner, you're going to have to make a decision whether you go, or I should say, you came to the fork in the road. You either going left or right. Either you're going to stay or leave. But whatever your decision is, don't second guess it. At least weigh your options out and stick with it. No matter what it is, because no matter what your decision is from here on, you're going to second guess it. So stick with your guns and stay with that. If you choose to stay, make that the best. Put forth your best effort to make it the best decision. If you choose to leave, make that the best decision that you could have made and don't backtrack. So that's all I can say about that.
And that's a good point you made, both of you. Victor, when you say don't second guess yourself, we do that a lot when it comes to making decisions, and especially when it comes to making decisions about relationships. We always second guessing ourselves. Should we make this? Should we make this decision? Should we not make this decision? And that's just like she asked, why do I feel guilty for wanting to leave the relationship? And once again, you have to make that final decision. Like they say, we can give you our opinions, and that's what we did tonight. So hopefully, we helped you out, not only us three, but everyone in the comment section as well. Hopefully, we helped you out, but you have to make that final decision, and I pray that you make the right decision for you and the best decision for your girls as well, because they are watching you as a mother. They are watching what is going on in the house, and you don't want them to come up thinking that it's okay to be in toxic relationships. It's not okay being in toxic relationships and thinking that it's love. But thank you for writing your letter. Thank you for being honest. Yes, there are two sides to every letter that we get, but we are going by what you are telling us. So do what's going to be right for you, ma'am. Prayfully, hopefully you make the right decision. Yeah, thank y'all so much for watching the tea tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you for leaving your comments. This was a great show tonight, I must admit. All of us had, our as like any other show, we have our, different opinions. And, I feel like we all gave great advice to this young lady tonight. We did a great job. And I can honestly say we may have helped someone out tonight. Because normally y'all be BSing around and giving these people false hopes. And
Yo. Ooh, I ain't gonna let you sleep on that one.
Because we be drunk. That's why now.
but it was a really great show tonight. Thank y'all so much for Team WBLS radio station New York. Thank you, my brother. Of course, brother Victor. Thank you, Victor Dammit Boy White. I appreciate you all. Tangy Tea of Life being brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m., Saturday mornings, 9 a.m., Big Gary Gym, and now Pine Recreation Center. We have the senior class on Mondays, 6 p.m. Come out and just have fun. It's all about having fun, living life, and doing things that you love to do, and especially getting your health right. Healthy, your health is very important, and we all should be taking our health seriously. So do what you need to do to keep a healthy lifestyle. Thank y'all so much for your comments. We appreciate each and every one of you. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Love on one another, and just live this thing called life to the fullest. That's what it's all about. Have a great night, guys. And until Tuesday, we will see you all again.
Buenas noches.